Crete, the favorite Mediterranean island destined by nature to become a vital crossroad of nations and culture, an essential meeting point of three continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa. According to an ancient myth, Crete was a beautiful nymph who enjoyed hunting in the virgin forest of the island, and Croesus was a charismatic son of King Minoa. Sitia lies on the eastern side of the island, combining all the great parts of the island, making Sitia a whole Crete in Crete. It's said that Sitia was an ancient gate to the east. From this part of the world, European culture started to blossom. On this ancient land, the crystal lights and the breathtaking pink dawns are offered to those who wish to have a pleasant stay. Its geographical position in the region, in combination with astonishing natural environment, such as the variety in land formation, the long history of Greece and Europe, the living present, to create a picture of a place one can rarely see in other places around the world. The district of Sitia is one of the warmest and most sunlit places in Greece and Europe, with more than 300 sunny days in the year. In the northeast, the rainy season is short and the average temperature round the year is 20 degrees centigrade. This eastern province of Crete seems to have been inhabited since ancient times. The Minoan ruins on the island in the region prove it. Centuries of archaeological research constantly bring to light new exhibits of great importance, enlightening us about the first steps that the great Minoan civilization made. Sitia was the last place that the Minoan inhabitants of Crete, the Eteocretes, left. In the first Byzantine period, Sitia is referred to as an episcopate, with Sitia as the seat, built for the first time at the beginning of the period. Sitia, a beautiful little town in the eastern part of Crete, endowed with centuries of wisdom, love of knowledge, thirst for life, and passion for fun and traditional music. 9,000 people live in Sitia, kind-hearted, hospitable, and humorous. The city is built in the style of an amphitheater on the eastern side of a hill, sheltered from the west by the bay, and is the first to welcome the sun, which is always present. Sitia has a modern airport with flights to and from Athens, and a port with daily connections with Piraeus and other islands of the South and East Aegean. A comfortable and safe road network connects Sitia with the other towns of Crete, taking the visitor wherever they wish. The city of Sitia is probably identified with the classic and Hellenistic period of Atea, Itida or Sitia, the home of Mysonas, one of the 7 wise men of ancient Greece, and of Vicentus Kornaros, the poet of Eratokritos. Some disagree with this viewpoint and search for the ancient city of Sitia in other locations where Minoan ruins lie. It's certain, though, that the ruins of a Byzantine city lie beneath the city of Sitia. The province had to face lots of danger, and life was full of adventure until 1651, when the Venetians destroyed whatever the big earthquake of 1508 and the invasion in 1538 of the ferocious Barbarossa had left. It was rebuilt upon her ruins in 1870. It was named Avne, but did not keep this name because the inhabitants immediately called it Sitia, thus joining the links of the broken historical chain. When the Byzantines recovered Sitia, it became an important commercial port with strong trading activities, a characteristic which continued up to the first years of the Annetic control. The Venetians called Sitia the great station and light of the island, making her a vital commercial station of Regio de Candia, for the roads leading to the east and Africa. In order to stabilize their authority, the Venetians built many forts in various strategic positions important to the province, which the visitor can still see today. The modern town must have been built in the first years of the Byzantine era. It's referred to as the seat of the episcopate of Sitia and later as the place of residence of the Sarakinon, who made the town the base of the operations for their attacks and a refuge from danger. The town became a great and powerful commercial center during the Second Byzantine period. Its glory and power continued into the years of the Venetian occupation. The new town was built around the ruins of the headquarters known as Kazarma, a fortress that was erected probably in the Second Byzantine period. For several years it would ensure the security of the townspeople. The invasions of pirates, however, and the Venetian occupation brought continuous destructions to the fortress of the town, today's Kazarma, until in the end the Venetians themselves were forced to destroy it in 1651 so that it didn't fall into the hands of the Ottomans. Today, the borough of Sitia is a united cultural, political and economical district with a rich history, strong cultural life, a developed economy and an important tourist base. Sitia today is a place of culture and the continued march of centuries, resulting in the powerful promise of today for the development of the whole area and of all Eastern Crete in general. This is proved not only by the rich cultural activities which are organized every year, such as the famous Cornaria, the Sitian Carnival and others, but also by the creation and operation of traditional workshops and handicrafts which maintain the practice of traditional customs and occupations. The art of music is particularly well served. A large number of people study at the music school, while the melodies of Kalogeridis fill the air of Sitia. 30 beautiful villages fall within the domain of the borough of Sitia. The seat of the municipality of Sitia is a town of 9,000 people with a history that takes us back 1,500 years. Tripydos, the site of Hellenistic Sitia, as revealed by the latest archaeological excavations, was situated in the area of Tripydos. Here the excavations of archaeologists reveal the site of the first and unique dockyards found in Crete. Petras. Many archaeologists maintain that the site of ancient Itea or Itida Ositea, the hometown of Mysonas, a man of wisdom, who many say was among the 7 wise men of ancient times, is situated on a small hill which today is called Petras. Here, however, archaeological findings have brought to light evidence of a Minoan settlement. Roman fish tanks, next to today's custom house and at a distance of about 150 meters from the small quay, are situated the semicircular stone fish tanks of the Roman period. Here the fishermen kept alive the fish which they caught so that the fanatical Roman bon viveurs could taste them fresh. Archaeological Museum. Sitia is proud of its relatively new acquisition. Exhibits from all the historical places of the region are displayed in the 30 glass showcases. The ivory male image, which was found on the site of Rusolakos near Palekastro, is unique. Folklore Museum. Following the prolonged time efforts of the member of the Cultural Society Vicentos Kornaros and with the assistance of the Town Council, the remarkable Folklore Museum was established with exhibits of interest. There are also folklore museums with impressive exhibits of the gentility of our century and of the inhabitants of past centuries in Hamezi, Palekastro and Maronia. Museum exhibiting local produce. This museum is a recent acquisition of the town. It was created and is run by the Union of Farmers of Sitia. Its aim is the promotion of local produce and the economic development of the area and to safeguard local promotion. The leading products known all over the world are the famous olive oil Sitia, the celebrated Cretan wine of Sitia, local honey, nuts, and many other local domestic products. The earth and climate of Crete, from a region which is unique in the world for its wide range of natural places and rich variety of plants, particularly in Sitia, the geology, the climate, the plants and animals, even humans have brought about an environment mosaic where local endemic plants dominate through a strong influence with the regions of the Eastern Mediterranean and North Africa, writes Moses Malomes, Professor of Ecology at the University of Crete. Moreover, the variety of self-propagating plant species which adorn the land of this region provide a wonderful and extremely rich natural environment for the visitor to enjoy at any moment in every corner. The visitor to Sitia will smell the perfume of flowers mingled with the simple scent of therapeutic bushes and plants as it sweeps across the meadows and mountains, accompanied by the distinctive smell of the sea breezes. They will marvel at the splendid natural artistry which for centuries has shaped the stones of the mountains, the towering rocks of the shores, and the sometimes wild, sometimes tame waves of the sea. The land of Sitia, with its rocky soil and special natural properties, allows the creation of caves. There are more than 300 cave formations in this region. Some of these reveal traces of human use, a fact which confirms opinion that the region was inhabited long before the advent of the Minoans. Pelekiton Cave. This is one of the most renowned caves of Sitia, the richest in the decoration and the greatest in depth in Sitia. It is situated in Pelekita Sitia, near Katos Zakros. It is 310 meters long and traces of habitation from the Neolithic period have been found. Peristera Cave, a well-known cave with rich stone decoration, situated about 2.5 kilometers east of the picturesque village of Karidi, which is 540 meters above sea level. It is known worldwide by the name of Plativolas because here too were found important traces of Neolithic settlements. Pefki Cave. North of Makrigalos, in the surrounding area of the village of Pefki, here are two important cave formations with beautiful decoration. They are the Oponostres Caves, which is relatively easy to explore, and Latida Vreikon Cave. Traces of Neolithic habitation were found here recently. There are also other well-known cave formations in the area of Sitia, which are Latidi Cave, one of the longest caves of Crete, near Sitanos at 610 meters above sea level. It is well known that caves have always played an important role in religion, and as a result, cultural conceptions chiefly from the prehistoric age until the first years of Christianity. Many are the beautiful brushstrokes which Zeus bestowed as his birthplace. Large and small gorges cut across the region. marks of the torrents of water after sudden local downpours and of other elements of nature which fall on the malleable stone. Katozakos Gorge, known as the Gorge of the Dead. Here the Minoans buried their dead in the cracks and hollows of the rocks on the sides of the gorge. It's a part of the Europeans' path E4 and is about an hour's easy walk. Lamnonion Gorge takes its name from the village where it starts. At the end are the beaches of Xerokambos. Pervolakion Gorge. It begins from the village of the same name and after a 2-hour trek arrives at the Libyan Sea. High on the left slope you will see etched the monastery of St. John of Kapsa. Pevki Gorge. This is a splendid gorge with astounding rock formation made by the impact of natural forces. If you follow it from the village of Pevki after a 3-hour trek, you come to the wonderful beach of Makrigalos. These are nature's greatest gifts to the region. In whatever direction you go, you will find in front of you a picturesque shore, golden sand, a quiet cove or a well-frequented bustling beach where you can enjoy a swim and water sports in crystal clear water. Sitia Beach. The endless sands stretch out at the feet of the town and offer whatever facilities and safety the visitor requires. The sea here lends itself to every type of water sport. Jet ski, surfing, water skiing and pedalos are available. It's a busy, bustling beach awarded with 2 blue flags, seldom unvisited summer or winter. From the harbor you can obtain an afternoon boating in a fishing boat or a day's outing to the Dionysides Islands. Vai, the only palm forest in Europe and a lovely beach with crystal clean water on the northeast edge of the region on the Cape of Sidera, makes this a uniquely beautiful corner of Crete. The palm trees here are self-propagating and clumps of trees cover the greater part of a small gully down to the shoreline. Vai is of great biological value in addition to its aesthetic merit. The wetland which exists between the palm forest and the beach is important for bird life, while the sea holds a vast wealth of sea creatures. Mohlos. You can enjoy clean water at the lovely fishing village of Mohlos with its small picturesque coves to the east and west. A few meters out of the village on the island of St. Nicholas opposite, the ruins of an important Minoan settlement are clearly visible. The Minoan civilization here reached its peak in the Middle Minoan period and it was one of the most important ports of eastern Crete. At the Cove of Platani, you can enjoy a uniquely quiet and isolated swim. There is a friendly taverna coffee shop at the beach. The same goes for Papadiokambos, except that here the isolation is complete. The visitor must come with supplies, sure of enjoying privacy and unspoiled nature. Erimoupolis. A little north of the palm forest of Vai lies the sandy beach of Erimoupolis. Here too the visitor can have a swim and visit the ruins of ancient Itanos. This town for centuries was an opponent of mighty Pressos until it managed to lead the power of the Hieropetrians against it and succeeded in becoming the last definite presence of an Aethiocretan city. The city remained a powerful commercial center up to the First Byzantine period, later giving up the ruins of power to the expanding state of Sitia. Kouremenos. The long sandy beaches of Kuremenos and Hiona lie a little south of Vai. They are extremely good places for windsurfing. The deserted beach Karumes lies on the eastern edge of the region, and the visitor can reach it in either by boat or on foot via the Hochlakion Gorge. Zakros. After a 1-hour drive from Sitia, the visitor arrives at Zakros. Here, however, they must make a visit to the palace of Zakros, a unique Minoan palace of eastern Crete. The palace was built in about 1700 BC and had a relatively short life. It was completely destroyed by the volcanic eruption of Santorini and was never re-inhabited. Excavations found the place unpolluted, with important findings which can be seen in the archaeological museums of Sitia and Heraklion. Xerokambos. At the beautiful unspoiled beaches of Xerokambos, you can enjoy not only swimming in the sea and fresh fish in the taverns. You can stay overnight too, as there are rooms and apartments for rent. It's well worth doing so. Koufonisi. Southeast of Xerokambos, the shape of the island Koufonisi is visible in the sea. Here, archaeological excavation brought to light ruins of a Minoan settlement and from the Roman period. It seems that the island was densely populated from the earliest years up to the later Roman period. This is proved by the excavation of a big Greco-Roman theatre with 1,000 seats. According to the findings on the island, it was a center for the gathering and processing of the sea mollusk Porphyra porphyras, which thrived in these waters. Dionysades. Their prow-rising fishing boats head for the good fishing spots around the islands of Dionysades or Ganisades, as they are called in local dialect. It's well worth a boat trip. The craggy shores are the nesting site of a comparatively rare bird of prey known as Eleonora's falcon, Falco eleonora. The small bright spots of light from the fishing boats dance on the dark water by night. They spend the night in the company of dolphins which frequent these paths. Makrialos, a well-equipped beach, lies on the south coast of the district. Its shallow waters makes it eminently suitable for young children and people of all ages have big luxury hotels, Mavrokolimbo, and Asia. In the province, it's worth noting the excellent villa of Rumeli, which proves the need of the world in exploiting and adapting to the area. The Dominion was named the land of the Equator, which and had conflict with the town of the Italians who contested their land of the Porphyrs. The destruction of the city of Pesos was achieved by the allies. After that, the city was deserted and her inhabitants scattered to other settlements in the province of Sitia. The archaeological excavations in the area of the the big buildings and houses were destroyed by the earthquake of 1900. Revealed that used to be houses of the Minoan nobility or rulers. Such houses
Cities to legacy. The inhabitants can be seen from the 12 monasteries that are within the district. That has is the Monitoplu, because during the Ottoman conquest, it had the advantage of a cannon. Other famous, beautiful, and unique monasteries are Panagia Monastery of Saint John in the east of Makiyalos, in the beautiful spot where the it played a significant part in all the struggles of freedom for freedom. Occupation. Elias, the first metropolitan bishop of Crete, in 1704, they were saved from enormous debt. In 1798, the Patriarch of Constantinople, the mission of the Patriarch. The nave of the monastery is dedicated to the Virgin Mary and Saint John. Taking care of the reconstruction of the monastery, as well as founding a museum. Built into the exit of Kerbolaitia Gold. The monastery is abandoned and masses are rarely said in the little Byzantine chapel, probably of the 15th century. And this is its province, with its rich history and culture that has been placed by the meet with the presence of the spirits from the age of Mycenae. This place is birth to spiritual and creative people, leaders and teachers who become models. To live with the inhabitants and learn about their lifestyle and traditions. Fishermen, farmers, simple, hardworking, and honest people living in peace. People faithful to traditions, ancient culture, and to the traditional way of production. That's how the traditions welcome the weary traveler. And head for the church offering their faith to God through prayer. We will have them accessible in the town centers, honoring the ancient god Dionysus and singing local songs while dancing to the music. When night falls, the town center is adorned with bright jewels. The beach dances in the back of the road. The beach is full of picturesque taverns that offer rich here because the main ingredients of the diet here are the pure products and the wine products as well as a result of hard-working people who serve the land. And diet as well as for all the cruisers. The cruising cuisine places in taverns near the sea or in the little villages in all districts. Sitian food is full of fantasy, mixed with the sounds of the fish. In wine, you will see the presence of Dionysus himself. Sitian is always poor because of the land formation, which is very mountainous. Other developers will probably use on another level. The organized exploitation of Sitian land from this additional significant place in the export business. The industry, the small factories, the trade, the manufacturing, and the everything into the district. A great concern of development is also tourism, leading to the construction of large and small hotels. Also, the archaeological sites could be a significant in their treasures. Of an olive, yanoya, in combination with a traditional way of pressing the olive. All is controlled by the Agricultural Union of Sitia, which processes the oil and transports it all over the world with quality and great taste. The wine is also produced from specially picked grapes from the finest vineyards in the region. The distinctive flavor of the local wine of Sitia is a result of tried and tested methods of production down the ages. Of pure tradition, history, and hospitality. Your visit here is a window on the past, a suggestion for the future, an ever-open invitation.